For many fans of the hit sitcom Roseanne, Sara Gilbert's name instantly brings back memories. She played Darlene Connor Healy, a character that became part of many people's lives. Sara has faced her share of personal struggles which have shaped her journey. Her battles with identity, relationships, and fame have not been easy. This is her story, a mix of glamour, vulnerability, and strength. Sara Gilbert was born Sarah Rebecca Abeles on January 29, 1975, in Santa Monica, California. Both her parents, Barbara Cowan and Harold Abeles, are Jewish. Her maternal grandfather was Harry Crane, creator of the Honeymooners. Her grandmother, Julia Crane, was a dancer and once named Miss Brooklyn. In 1984, Sara took her stepfather Paul's last name, Gilbert, from her mother's first marriage. Her family has many Hollywood ties. She has two older half-siblings, Patrice and Joseph, and two adopted siblings, Melissa and Jonathan Gilbert. Her adopted siblings starred in Little House on the Prairie. Her mother Barbara, who was married to her father Paul before he died, had adopted Jonathan and Melissa. Paul died in 1975 from a brain hemorrhage. Not long after, Sara's parents divorced. In 1984, she changed her last name to Gilbert to pursue acting. Her mother Barbara was a producer and talent manager used to Hollywood life. As a kid, Sara was full of talent and energy. She was competitive and wanted to follow her older siblings into show business. Seeing her siblings work on Little House on the Prairie inspired her to act. She appeared in TV movies and even a Kool-Aid ad before landing her big break. At 13, she got the role of Darlene on Roseanne. She played the smart middle child on the show, which followed Darlene from childhood to teenage years. Darlene was artistic and loved politics. Sara stayed on the show for all 9 seasons. From 1988 to 1997, she was so important that she even helped write an episode in season 4 called Don't Make Me Over. Her ideas were so valued that producers adjusted schedules so she could study at Yale while filming. She shot her scenes in New York while the rest of the cast filmed in Hollywood. Critics praised her funny and realistic portrayal of her teen character. She won 3 Young Artist Awards between 1991 and 1993. She was also nominated twice for Emmy Awards for Best Supporting Actress. In 1993 and 1994, besides TV, Sara also appeared in movies. She starred alongside Drew Barrymore in 2 films. Their first was Poison Ivy in 1992, and they reunited in Riding in Cars with Boys in 2001. She was also in the movie Light It Up in 1999. While her career was taking off, her father faced financial problems. He was once a successful lawyer, but later hit hard times. Following his divorce from her mother in 1983, he initially asked Sara for help with money. She assisted him at first, but as the requests kept coming, it began to put a strain on their bond. She remembers being 18 or 19 and earning more than most teens to that point. Her main goal was simply to have her dad be there for her. Eventually, she decided to stop giving him money, but she later realized how tough it must have been for him to ask. When it comes to family, it's better to help than to refuse. In his later years, when Harold fell ill, Sara stepped in as his main caregiver until he passed away. She tried to make up for the time she had refused him financial aid when he needed help. After her stint on Roseanne, Sara kept working in entertainment. She played minor roles in projects like the short film $30, also called $30, as part of the Boys Life feature, and in High Fidelity. She even directed her own short film Persona Non Grata in 1998. In 2000, she performed in a production of The Hot L Baltimore at the Williamstown Theater Festival in Massachusetts. Sara appeared on shows like The Simpsons, 24, Will and Grace, Law and Order, SVU, and Private Practice. After finishing school, she rejoined the TV scene in 2004 as Jane Figler, sharp and witty medical student on Her role appeared in seasons 11 through 13. In 2005, she was briefly on the WB sitcom Twins, but that was cut short after just 1 season due to a network merger. She also made guest appearances on the CBS sitcom The Class as Fern Velch from 2007 to 2010. Between those years, she appeared on The Big Bang Theory as Leslie Winkle, a a smart sidekick to Leonard. This was not her first time working with Johnny G. She was his love interest on Roseanne. Now, they found themselves as potential romantic leads again, this time on The Big Bang Theory. Sarah's dedication to her work led to her character's importance growing in the second season. She became the main love interest for both Johnny G's character and Howard. This role lasted until 2009. At that point, the show's writers had trouble fitting her into the story. Her part was reduced to occasional appearances. Her character, Leslie Winkle, was gradually phased out as other characters, like Amy Farrah Fowler and Bernadette, took center stage. This worked out in her favor. It gave her more time to focus on other projects, like co-hosting and producing a talk show called The Talk, which first aired on October 18, 2010. She was so talented on the show that she won a Daytime Emmy in 2016 for Outstanding Entertainment Talk Show. Her success was largely due to her role as producer and creator. 3 years later, Sara finished her time as a co-host and soon took on the role of executive producer for the show's revival of Roseanne. ABC picked up the 8 episodes, which started airing on March 27, 2018. The show received a lot of positive buzz, with ratings rising and critics giving good reviews. Because of this, the network decided to order a second season. However, that plan changed when trouble erupted on social media. On May 29, 2018, someone made inflammatory comments about Valerie Jarrett, an advisor to former President Barack Obama. ABC immediately canceled the show's revival after just 1 season. Sara stressed that she and the show weren't involved in the social media controversy. Still, her words didn't change the network's decision. The show's future had been shaky for some time. Roseanne herself had threatened to leave many times, which was a common occurrence on set. There were even talks of canceling the show entirely if Dan Connor's character was cut. After canceling Roseanne, ABC quickly turned the scandal into a new chance. On June 21, 2018, they announced a spin-off called The Connors. This new series kept most of the familiar cast, minus a few characters. It premiered in October 2018. Sara not only starred, but also served as an executive producer. In 2019, she teamed up with veteran producer Tom Werner to launch Sara Plus. The project combined her TV company with Werner's entertainment and lasted for 3 decades. Their success with The Connors helped move this partnership forward. The launch also meant Sara had to leave her job as a co-host of The Talk after 9 seasons. She was replaced by Marie Osmond when the show returned for season 10. Besides The Connors, Sara helped produce a show called The Preps of Pittsburgh. It had only 8 episodes, each lasting 30 minutes. Sony Pictures Television and Amazon Studios were behind it. The star continued exploring different creative paths beyond her acting and producing roles. She also focused on her personal life. Sara's romantic interests began in her teens. She dated Glee co-star Lee from Roseanne, and later from The Big Bang Theory, where their characters were also a couple. During this time, she realized she was a lesbian. She struggled to share her true identity with the world. She admitted that despite being with someone 18 years older, she chose to come out. Her reason was a memory from her youth when she said, "I dated Johnny Glee for a while on Roseanne. He was my lover and later my husband. I was smitten with him because he was so adorable. We started dating, he would visit, and we shared a kiss. But afterward, she said I'd get depressed. Glee and she stayed close friends, despite her disclosure." In 2001, Sara began dating TV producer Ali Alder. They had 2 children, their daughter Sawyer. Jane was born in August 2007. Levi Hank. Alder's son was born in October 2004. Sadly, Sara and Alder eventually split, although why remains a mystery. She felt genuinely sad about ending the relationship. The breakup made her question whether marriage is really worth it. She hadn't married but was in a long-term relationship. Now, she wondered how couples in their 70s stay together. She wanted to believe she could find that kind of lasting love. Sara kept her sexuality private for many years, leading a secretive life. Then in July 2010, she took a big step. She publicly came out as a lesbian just before her talk show, The Talk, started. Her revelation surprised many. She said, "When I talk about my sexuality publicly, I still feel scared. I try to seem confident or joke about it. But I wonder what it could cost me in my career." Her journey to accept who she is was not easy. Early on, she held back from revealing her true self. Her Roseanne co-star in ex-Glee played a big role. He helped her accept her identity. For years, she hid part of herself because she feared the fallout for her acting career. Glee's support gave her a safe space to explore and accept her sexuality. She shared an emotional story. Johnny was very supportive of her. He was there for her when she needed it most. Even though he didn't have to be, he gave her strength. She said, "Johnny supported me through it all. He was there in a way no straight male co-star could be." She added, "I love who I am now. I'm grateful for my life, but I remember feeling scared when I got engaged. I knew I had to tell everyone soon." Sara also recalled giving Glee a heads up about discussing her sexuality on her show. He offered to come on and hold her hand while she shared her truth. His kind gesture showed how much he cares. They're still each other's biggest fans and supporters. They often share old photos on social media. Whether it's a vintage promo shot, a scene from Roseanne's early days, or a recent picture, their bond is clear. One recent post summed it up: "Sara Gilbert has a genuine heart. Her support has kept me going all these years." In the world of entertainment, my mind keeps circling around the love story of Glee and Sara. Their connection is obvious. It's like they're soulmates, although their teenage romance was brief. Their friendship has lasted for decades and is truly inspiring. The strongest proof of this bond came in 2018 when Sara shared how they feel about each other, both on and off screen. She described their chemistry as something rare, an almost indescribable connection they are lucky to share. She considers him a part of her family. After ending her previous relationship, Sara found love again with Linda Perry. She once told a talk show panel that their relationship was accidentally revealed when photographers caught them walking together over a weekend. The paparazzi were there, and suddenly it was everywhere in the news. "I was in a new relationship," she said. She was caught off guard, and it all felt very sudden. Their chemistry led to their engagement spring of 2013, and they married. On March 30th, 2014, their story grew even more special. In February 2015, when Gilbert and Linda welcomed their son, Emilio Gilbert Perry. Even though Sara and her former partner Adler announced their split as mutual, rumors swirled that she left him for Linda. The news shocked Adler, who wasn't expecting it. Some believed Sara's engagement to Linda felt like the last blow to Adler. The details of her breakup with Adler are still unclear. Sara works hard to keep her personal life private. She's been careful to stay out of the spotlight when it comes to her relationships. While her co-hosts on The Talk often mention their spouses, she chose to stay quiet about her own life. She explained her reasons simply. "It's a talk show, of course. I'll talk about my life. But I chose to keep some things for myself first." She chose not to share her story through a formal CBS press release because she felt it was too cold and distant. She explained that pressing her personal details into a public message seemed impersonal. Instead, she preferred to come in person and speak directly. After her appearance, she said she struggled to give enough time to her 3 children or to take care of herself. She values her privacy, which is hard to protect when on a small talk show. She finds relief in the idea that she doesn't have to discuss every personal challenge. She went on the show to push herself mentally and spiritually.
How she's
willing to let go of that goal. Her way of sharing her life shows she deeply respects her own boundaries. In today's world, when celebrities are always under scrutiny, she set a limit on what's private. It's a reminder that everyone should have control over their own story. Besides privacy, Sara was feeling the toll of her busy career. After her 3rd child, she stopped exercising completely. Her demanding schedule drained her both physically and emotionally. She knew she had to make changes. She decided to carve out just 15 minutes a day to move her body. She said she wanted to bring exercise back into her life to feel better and stronger. Sometimes she managed an hour of yoga, which eased her mind and built her strength. By making Time for herself, she rediscovered how powerful small daily routines can be. Her hard work paid off. But over time, Sara and Perry decided to end their marriage. They filed for legal separation after 5 years, listing August 13, 2019, as their date. They cited irreconcilable differences. Their relationship faced tough times. By December of that year, they were officially separated. In January 2020, Linda talked about her relationship with Sara at a big event. She said life is full of surprises, and she still loves Sara. Despite their issues, they remained on good terms. Their divorce was finalized in October 2021 too. Years after they split, they shared joint custody of their son and worked together to raise him. During this time, Sara threw herself into work. Her show, The Connors, was doing well again. She shared that she went through therapy for 3 months. She also got ketamine treatments to handle her feelings. She said, "All the tears and pain are gone now." She wants to live honestly and openly. Many tell us that things will get better, and they do. But Sara wants to remind everyone that struggles can still come. That is okay. She says it's all part of the process. Her honesty shows she cares deeply and understands others. She knows many face tough, slow journeys. Even when it's hard, she believes things improve. Her acceptance of herself takes real courage. The support of loved ones helps during tough times. Sara's willingness to share her story inspires others and shows true strength.